Okay, hello everyone. Hope everyone's enjoying Game Over Cancer Spring of 2022. Today, in support of the Canadian Cancer Society, it is day 3. Reminder: today is the day where we just keep on going until Sunday. Yep, this Friday doesn't end until Sunday. We just finished watching Liquify play Arrow the Acrobat. Great any percent run there, and now we're gonna throw it on over to Shime, who's going to be showing off Cadash on the Sega Genesis. This is the Any Percent Fighters run. Take it away, Shine.
Oh, hello everybody. Good night. I hope you are having a cool Easter weekend. Jim Gabriel here. I am a Genesis speedrunner, and there's a lot of games that I've speedrun. I've actually participated on some Game Over Cancer's marathons, and this is, I think, my second or the third time. And with the Cadash, which is quite a platformer and an RPG game. And as Leo said, we're gonna do the 80% fighter run. We have both characters here, both fighter and mage. They have the difference. The fighter don't use magic, and it's a way faster in terms of agility than the mage, and it's quite bulky, I would say. And of course, it's the fastest run, and it's gonna be a cool ride. I hope you enjoyed it. Since we just have only 3 space for name, we're gonna put the initials for Game Over Cancer. And time starts when we select N here. So just gonna do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So what's the story here? So we are on Dirzar, and the king's daughter got abducted by the king of the demons called Balrog, and the princess name is Salasa. And the king hires to take the princess back and defeat the king of the demons. And we're gonna go for a really good journey around 30 minutes, and we're gonna pass through some stages in the game. As you can see on my bottom bar, we have the health bar and the magic bar. Since we are playing as the fighter, we don't have magic, as I previously said. So we're gonna do our best to mitigate the damage, which is something he can do perfectly. And this part here, we just basically went there to get the level 2. We're gonna pass through some grinding here, especially here on this dungeon. We're gonna try to pick up the level 3 because it's necessary for the boss. We're gonna hit right on the spot here because there are some spots on this game that drop some medicinal herbs or antidotes. The medicinal herb can only be used when you get fatal damage, and the antidote can be used every time when we take poison. So we're not able to use the items by ourselves. So we just have to take the damage, the fatal damage or the poison, in order to use those items. And the medicinal herbs will be pretty useful from the mid game. And now we're on the first boss, which is the black pudding. We just do a lot of damage here, and when we do enough damage, he's going to go upstairs, and we try to beat pressing up. So every time he jumps, he throws his balls there on us, and we kind of try to avoid it. We actually took damage, but this is fine. It's just it's a good explanation of how the medicinal herbs works, and it's completely fine if we just takes 1 or 2 of them there. And we beat the pudding, so we can access this portal here. And we are already on the first village of the game, and you're gonna see some mechanics here. First of all, we're gonna use the inn. Each inn we're gonna pass through gets way more expensive. So not only we have to grind a certain level, but we need to keep an eye on our gold because it's really counted how much gold we use on the run. And there's a quest here we would be able to do, which is defeat the Kraken that kidnapped the girl of this city here. But we won't. We basically skip that and just go straight to the right, because what that quest does is that they give us the ability to keep underwater without taking damage, and we don't basically need that. We just took 2 damage each time we are off the iframes. And what we actually do here is, when we know that it's our time to take damage, we like to stay backwards and take the damage boost, which is the fastest way to get ahead on the run. And we're gonna do our first shop here. So we're gonna literally attack the shopper so we can buy the items. So we're gonna buy the flame sword and the shield. The flame sword is the only sword that we can use as ranged weapon, although it doesn't give the same damage as the melee attack, but it's quite useful. And we're now going to the jungle, and on the jungle there will be a huge grind there, because what we want to do here, we want to kill some stones to get level 10. So this is a pretty long grind. So Leo, if you have any announcements, just feel free to talk to, because this is a long section. So I'm gonna be staying here for quite a while.
All right, thank you very much for that, Shim. Just wanted to remind everyone that when you donate to Game Over Cancer, you can of course put your donation towards any of our incentives. Just hit !I in chat and you'll be able to see what we got going on. We've already unlocked the bonus any percent run for Eli Cad. That was a $200 total unlock. Currently, we're also having a bid war for Super Metroid Save the Animals versus Kill the Animals. Save the Animals currently is sitting at $217.05 versus Kill the Animals at $5. So if you want to save some frames and kill the animals, you're gonna have to give a lot of money towards charity. Once again, this is the Canadian Cancer Society. We are raising money for. And another reminder to everyone, if you donate with every donation total of $5, you are entered in to win an Infernax game key. And with donations of $10 or more, not only can you win one of those game keys, but you'll also be entered to win a Game Over Cancer t-shirt.
Nice. Yeah, so let's help the cause, everyone. Particularly, if you're gonna send some donations towards incentive, please do for the kill the animals. We are on Team Barbecue here, and you're gonna help the cause. It's gonna be a good one. So please donate for the Canadian Cancer Society, and it's gonna be for a good cause. And talking a little bit of these games particularly, this game was first released as an arcade game, and you could play. We had on the original port, it had a timer, so if you didn't beat the game under a certain timer, you would basically take a game over. But it also had console ports, so. The Genesis was one of them, the other one being the TurboGrafx port, and they're very different. So, for example, we don't have, on the Genesis version, we don't have the 4 characters on the original port, which would be alongside the fighter and the mage. There will be like the ninja and the priest, and the ninja is the fastest overall on the 3 ports. But it's pretty similar to the arcade. version in terms of game design and the maps and all. But the TurboGrafx is really different. The game's entirely different, but they kept the characters. So it's also a good part to check up to. And we are actually done with the grind, so now we can properly proceed. What we wanted to do there is basically grabbing level 10, so we could not only get enough level to pass through the next sections of the game, but also we're gonna get a lot of gold there from the stones, and that's pretty useful because we're gonna do some shopping ahead. And now we're gonna face the second boss, which is the worm. The worm here can poison us if we're not careful. So when they roll up, we just try to jump over it, so we don't take damage or get poisoned. And when they roll off, so we just stay crouched and hit as the best as we can. And we get the silk of the worm. The silk of the worm. So the silk of the worm is necessary for us to proceed through the jungle, and that's the reason why we basically skipped all the extra part there, the door and all. And now it's time to walk back. So we're gonna take some damage here because we are really high on medicinal herbs, so it's pretty fine. And we already got level 11, so it's pretty good. And we're already on the 10-minute mark, so I would say that's good early. I would say we have 3 medicinal herbs. We didn't lose any antidotes, so yeah, that's pretty fine. So now we're gonna go to the second part of the jungle here. There'll be some ground enemies there which is gonna show up suddenly, and we don't want to take the damage there. We want to take damage from the plant instead of those enemies there, because the plant only gives us 1 of damage instead of 3. But okay, I'll take it anyway. So we're gonna take some damage here. Purpose. Walk down here. There's gonna be some harpy here, so well, I'll try to watch out. So I kill it easily. Okay, I didn't. Okay, that was fair. So there is a hidden medicinal here, and we're gonna grab it. And there'll be some extra boost, and every time we jump, we're gonna face backwards because when we take damage, we're gonna get a better knockback. So I think that, okay, I'll take that. That was a good jungle, I would say. And now we're gonna get the Lilliput Orchid. The Lilliput Orchid can make us go gnome. So we need to shrink up in order to access the next village and get to the penultimate dungeon, which is the cemetery. So we're gonna get some good shops here. So first we're gonna buy some weapon here and some armory as well. And we are good on gold, so yeah, that's pretty neat, I would say. And now we're gonna go rest up a little bit because as you can see, I'm really on low health. So we're gonna go to the apothecary here. Getting here, we're gonna go over to the apothecary, and under the apothecary we're gonna buy the silver key, which is useful for which is necessary actually to get on the cemetery. And we think we're pretty fine on items, so that's pretty okay. I don't know if I can read chat, so Lee, are you there yet? Just check up.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm watching the chat from the phone, so I'm having some Wi-Fi issues there. Just to be sure that I didn't drop off.
Yeah, no, you're still perfectly fine.
Okay, perfect.
While I'm here, I just wanted to mention that you have some people agreeing with you about the incentive to kill the animals. Someone has commented Team Barbecue.
Yeah, I think it was Hiroshi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hiroshi is a friend of mine. Hey Hiroshi, how you doing? So we passed through some zombies there, and we basically avoid all of them. We don't need to kill them now. We're gonna pass through it later, and I can say that this is the hell, because there will be some fire, and you can see the pile of skeletons there. So I call it hell. But what we want to do here, we're gonna pass through all the dungeon here. And you saw that there was a woman that bonked on us, and it's necessary because that's part of the story. And don't worry, she does only gave us 1 of damage, so we won't be able to use another medicinal herb or something. Actually, there's 1 extra here. We're gonna grab. Perfect. And then we're gonna grab the hope here and go up. So like 30 seconds.
It should be 15 30.
Yeah, for something like that.
over there really quick.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Sorry,
thank
thank you.
moving over.
All right.
So I'm just waiting here. So
Okay, sorry for the interruption. We just had a little blip in the internet there, so a bit unlucky, but we managed to reset the timer to, I believe, our closest estimate here. And we're just gonna get started again. Shim, are you ready to go?
yeah, okay, perfectly. So
You're good. Okay, just give us a little countdown. We'll make sure we get it going. Okay.
okay, so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's keep going. Yeah, that broke me a little bit because I was talking and like I just watched the OBS going red, but yeah, we're back. You just didn't lose nothing. Just paused it, so it's completely fine. This section here, we didn't want to take damage from that flame wheel, but this is completely fine. I think we are on enough health to proceed, and we're gonna get the first elixir of life. The elixirs here, it works on the same way as the medicinal herbs. Instead, it's our last resort if we are out of medicinal herbs, and it basically heals all of life and also cures us from the poison. So that's our last resort. Think of it as a extra continue, and we're gonna grab all the 3 of them we can due to marathon safety. But we're pretty fine actually. The under cemetery was pretty fine, and we're gonna go for the inn here to rest a little bit and replenish our health, because this part right now it's pretty useful. So remember that I passed through a grave on the first part of the cemetery, and I jumped over that, and I didn't explain that, but you're gonna see why I jumped there before. It's because that grave itself, we can interact to it, and it's because of this woman here, her name is Gina, and she wants us to go to her late husband grave to let him know that she's completely safe and sound. So she gives us her charm, and we're gonna go all the way back to the grave to put the charm there, and you're gonna see what happens there. This time we're gonna face some zombies there that we just jumped over there, and also we're gonna have to keep an eye on those lightnings that comes from above. They always spawn on a certain position, so I know exactly when they're gonna spawn, but sometimes they despawn because of some zombies on a screen. So we're gonna basically kill them all here, and passing through the grave. Her husband talks to us, and he gives us another charm. This time the Able charm, and with Able charm we can talk to animals. And remember that there was a dog chasing that thief that bonked on us. So we will talk to that dog, and because that dog is the dog of the late Abel. So we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon, and this time we don't need to do the entire dungeon itself, just the early part of it. And we're gonna kill some chimeras again, and we are already on the level 12, so we're basically on a good run here. What we want to do, the ultimate thing is getting level 13, because getting level 13 is the minimum necessary to kill the final boss. And there's a dog. We can't pet him, unfortunately, but we talked to him, and he spilled out that thief's hideout, and that thief was the one who killed Abel, and we just basically invade her hideout, and now we're gonna face the fire elemental. We're gonna try a free cycle here just by crouching and hitting the fire elemental itself, which basically looks like a devil. So we basically crouch here and do the most damage possible, and that would be a good one, because A good fight here, a good section here actually, will be when we don't lose any medicinal herbs. So staying with 4 health is actually a good run. So yeah, we are gonna be now we're gonna go all the way back to the cemetery for the last time. Not only passing through some chimeras here, kill those to kill those because he's gonna chase us to the end. Okay, so we killed it. I passed through it. Those spikes here just give 1 of damage, so we are basically fine. And what we want to do here right now is what we call the in skip. So there's a lot of optimizations on this run, which we can skip a lot of things that we would grab for the game to safety. Of course, this is a marathon run, so we won't be doing that. But the in we can skip. We could skip another elixir, but elixir I don't know the pronounce of it. Sorry, but it's not necessary. We're gonna grab it for marathon safeties. And with the magic flute we got for the fire elemental, we're gonna go to the last dungeon of the game, which is Balrog's Castle. Balrog's Castle has a lot of different enemies. There is slimes, skeletons, dragons, and everything that can stand in our way. Okay. Those slimes here, we need to kill them because they can poison us. And we don't want that. We don't want to get poisoned too early here. And just for marathon safety, I'm gonna get upstairs. And here we have the medicinal herb. An extra antidote and some gold. And we're gonna kill some enemies here. The blue dragon here as well. Okay. I'm gonna take that damage. I'm pretty fine. And the second elixir of life we're gonna get. So this is the optional one because for speedrunning we don't need to grab that. We can skip that if we do optimized, but we don't want to get a game over on the end of the game, which is really possible if I mess things up. So we're gonna grab that. And now we're gonna just get up here. And we are already on level 13, so we don't need no more XP. So we are basically on the experience points we need to have for the rest of the game. And one thing that I didn't talk about, it's good to explain that, especially here. But before that, we have a refight against the black pudding, which is now purple. But it looks pretty similar to the first boss. Instead, but also having more attack and having more health. But we are already overpowered, and we basically skip the princess dialogue because what she only said is that we need to grab the golden key in order to face Balrog, and it's not necessary because we can get the golden key without talking to her, so it's basically a skip. And okay, about the agility. Whenever we level up, we're gonna get more agility, and the more level we get, the faster we can pass through. So, getting level 13 on that section on the balls there, the spike balls, we can skip some of them. So, if we were on level 12 there, we would have to stop a little bit because we would be slow enough to take damage there. And at last, the final shop. This is a special shop for the fighter. We won't be able to buy nothing for the mage here. So we have enough gold, so we're gonna get a sword, an armor, and a shield. So we're basically equipped for the final fight, and we have an extra herb, we have an extra antidote, we have an extra elixir, so we're basically fine. We can do the final part of the run easily. And the last elixir we can get is right here on this hidden part. So we're gonna go here, climb all the way up. Then, I think until we get back to the final part, I think we have some time to read donations. If Leo, if you have one, just go ahead.
All right, we don't have any new donations that have come in. Just a reminder to everyone, we are doing this for charity. So, if you would like to give to the Canadian Cancer Society, please hit !D in the chat, and you'll get a link. And remember, you can put your donations towards any of our incentives. We do have a bid war going on right now for Super Metroid Save the Animals versus Kill the Animals. That run will be happening tomorrow afternoon, so go ahead and get your donations in for whichever side you want to win.
Okay, I think I messed up the situation here. Yeah, I just had a bad execution there, so I just activated the purple slime, but that was pretty fine because I had the extra antidote. So now we're gonna go for the second refight, which is against the worm. So yeah, we need to face the worm here again, and this time on a smaller room, so it's pretty. We're gonna take some damage there, but we're gonna try to optimize there. So it's right now. So what we want to do is stay on the edge of the right side, and that was a free hit, so that was pretty good. Okay. Oh, now I just got poisoned. Okay, that was good actually. I would say that's really good. Okay, that was actually a great fight. So now we're gonna face Balrog, and Balrog have 4 stages in 2 parts. So the first part we're gonna face the mage itself, and it's pretty random. It's not that random, but we can manipulate. Every time we hit it, we hit Balrog, he bounces back. So what we want to do here is try to manipulate his position so we can always hit on a certain point, and always getting him on the top, on the edge of the right side. Okay. Okay, that was good. Instead, right on the right part, which is pretty perfect, because the second part here we're gonna face the dragon, and this dragon can spit fire at us or hit with its tail. And what we want to do, we want to make him stay on the right part of the screen, and like basically mash the button so we can hit it more often without losing health. So we're gonna basically stun lock in it. That was a great fight. So we basically rescue Salasa, so we are back to Dirzar again, and we're gonna speak to the king, but the king itself said that Balrog came back and destroyed the village, and he himself was wounded, but the princess recognized that wasn't her father, because her father wear a necklace, and that was actually Balrog, of course, disguised as the king. And we're gonna go for the final part and prepare for the time, because the fight, the time ends when he exploded. He explodes up. So the first part here is basically the same as the last part. So we're just gonna go lock him up on the right section here of the room. Of course, he's hitting me a lot with the tail. Okay. Gonna try to be a little focused here, because fight can be really dense and really hard if I don't lock him up. So, but actually there's a good third part. So the final part is when he loses wings and start jumping at us. So that's the part where we basically exchange damage with him, and prepare for the time because it's pretty soon. We're gonna lose one character, so don't worry. That's part of the plan. And just a few more hits. Time. Okay. That was it. That was Cadash, everybody. So we're gonna get back to the village, and the princess says that she's gonna miss the fighter so much, and that's basically it. That was Cadash, 10% fighter. I hope you enjoyed it. And wow, that was a great run. I think my timer here isn't correct, but I think that was a 30 due to the pause. I'm really sorry because of the internet. I had to pause it, but 30 minutes is a really good time. The world record here is the official world record is 28:45 by me. I actually got I actually reduced that time today, but it was an offline attempt. But at least I got prepared, warmed up for the marathon. So thank you so much, Stryzen and everybody, and Leo and everybody, for accepting me in for the Game Over Cancer. It was a really good run. That was a really fun. And people, everybody, keep donating for Canadian Cancer Society. Keep helping Game Over Cancer. And that's it. That was my participation for the marathon. And I hopefully I can see you guys on the next marathon. And peace.
Thank you very much, Shim. Dealing through dragons and internet troubles to bring us that fantastic Cadash run. We have The Legend of Zelda Second Quest Low Percent coming up soon, presented by Antlers 44. So don't go away as Game Over Cancer Spring of 2022 continues.